So I promised I'd make a video, like a special video I guess, when I got to 100 views, and this is that video. So I'm sure some of you have heard about Power of the Pen, but I'm sure most of you probably haven't. And just brief thing, you get a prompt like, this is a prompt from the story I'm going to read you. The gold frame is beautiful but empty. Why is there no picture in it? And you have to write a story based on that prompt. And you have 40 minutes to do that. And then in a competition, it gets graded kind of by a judge. Like on this story, I got a 98, and I got a best of round, which means out of 50 people, my story was the best of that round. Like you get 3 different rounds, a different prompt in each round, and you write a story in each round. So yeah, I'm gonna read the story to you first, and it's the one I got best of round, and I think I just said that, but oh well. And it's called The Mansion, and it's the prompt I just read you. You know, the gold frame is beautiful but empty. Why is there no picture in it? So this is the story that I wrote, and keep in mind I did this in 40 minutes, so if I mess up a little bit, like if it's not perfect, then just remember, I only had 40 minutes. So this is just the carbon copy, by the way. But yeah. Please stay close and enjoy your tour, said the vivacious tour guide. She'd been bouncing around and getting us excited about touring this castle for the past half hour. As a group, we all walked down beautiful hallways with high ceilings that featured the most amazing murals I have ever seen. It must have cost thousands of dollars to do the ceilings alone. I can't even fathom what it must have cost to do this entire place. I forget who the tour guide said lived in it, but it had certainly been one king or another. When we made it to the parlor, I gasped. This room was filled with ostentatious furniture, pictures of women in gaudy jewelry, and lifelike statues. I didn't know that a place like this even existed. How had I lived all my life without knowing of such luxury? I came across one piece that I had to ask about. It was an elephant that looked like real silver, bedazzled with the most precious gems. Diamonds, rubies, emeralds, sapphires, and just about any other jewel you could ever imagine. Is this real? I asked the guide. Yes, ma'am. One of the finest pieces in this household. If you would like, I can show you something else even more stunning, she replied helpfully. Sure, that would be great. There's something even more shockingly gorgeous than that. Do you see that picture frame up there? The gold one? Asked she. I most certainly did see it. It was a gilded picture frame encrusted with diamonds. The only thing missing was the picture. It's breathtaking, but where's the picture? That's the question they all ask. When the first master of this house died, he left all of his money to charity. This enraged his son, the new master, and he had his father's picture removed from the frame. He could no longer stand to look at even an image of the man. He felt as if he had been abandoned by his deceased father, said the guide knowingly. That's it? That's all that happened? I didn't believe it. Well, she started to look uncomfortable. Some do say that something darker happened, something that I have been told to never tell. Whenever I see that picture, there is an incessant voice in my head telling me that the story needs to be told, as if it will appease something. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? Not at all, I assured her. Well, okay, but you have to promise not to tell anybody. If my boss found out, well, let's just say it wouldn't end well for me. Okay, I promise, I said, eager to hear this tale she was about to tell. Okay, well, see, what some say happened is this. The first master killed his daughter. She had a deficiency of the brain, so she was a little slow. In those days, that was considered an abomination to mankind. It was not uncommon for the parents to handle the situation that way. They say that after he suffocated her, she didn't leave. Not her spirit, anyway. They say she sent him nightmares that fed his guilt about what he had done. They say one night he was sitting in this very parlor with his picture still in its frame when she carved an X over his face. He, of course, not being able to see the culprit, assumed he was going crazy. He started to run out the door but never made it to the hallway because she stabbed him from behind. When his son came in 2 hours later, he took the picture out of its frame and burned it. He believed it would get rid of the malevolent force that had done this. He was wrong. 1 year later, he had a stroke. Some believe it was because he saw something so gruesome that he died of fright. The words came fast, and I had to pay close attention to unravel them, and when I did, it painted a picture so awful that I turned on my stiletto heels and ran from the mansion. So, I know I messed up a little bit when I read, but everybody does that. That was my story, and I really hope you liked it. And if you want, you can give me some feedback. I really don't care. I wouldn't mind that at all. And, yeah, so I'll probably, end up posting more of my stories. So, just let me know, because Power of the Pen starts again this year for the last year, sadly. I know this is kind of dorky that I do it, but I love it. I love writing stories. So anybody who wants to give me some advice, I would not mind at all. Um, and if you look down, probably should have mentioned this first. If you look down, it's stories there. But yeah, so bye.